High Limit Racing has concluded its inaugural season as a national series, so it's time to talk about what was good, what needs work, and hand out an overall grade for the first year, all on a slightly longer edition of the Sprint Car Unlimited 90 at 9. There was a lot to like about High Limit this year. Of course, there were some hiccups along the way, which was to be expected. But overall, Brad Sweet, Kyle Larson, and Flow Racing should be pretty happy with the product they put in front of fans and the sprint car industry. Taking everything into consideration, I'm going to give the series a solid B, which is pretty good for a first-year effort. You could call the 2023 version of High Limit a soft opening, and that certainly helped. But a lot of things still could have went wrong. Instead, this group pulled it off with very few hitches. I liked some of the additions to the High Limit program. For instance, the dash wheel turned out better than expected. It held the interest of fans because you didn't know who was going to be on the pole until the final spin. Then there was the Butler-built hot seat question. Finding out about drivers was far more interesting than the 40th explanation on how a competitor's season was going. Brad Sweet also preached efficiency, and High Limit delivered. They kept things moving and ran tight shows that didn't get bogged down by support divisions or delays. The racing was pretty good, and the money handed out to fans through the Durst Dice Roll and to charities through the Angel Donor Program were a nice touch. As for announcing, Tony Laporta did a nice job with pit reporting and drew praise from fans across the country. Chase Rodman moved to the booth from pit reporting with the World of Outlaws, which isn't easy, and got better and better as the season progressed. This is a good tandem, and no changes are needed. Now, what does High Limit need to improve on? Some of the facilities didn't meet the series' original mission statement. I'm sure that'll be weeded out over time. Also, more employees are needed for this series to move forward, and media engagement through releases, especially results, needs to improve significantly. The banquet was nice, but some of the language that was used was a little over the top and cringeworthy. I only say that because potential sponsors could have been watching on YouTube and on Twitter. Still, this was a good season, and I'm sure the staff will continue to grow and improve. Something to consider. This was year one for High Limit, and they got off to a pretty good start. That's going to wrap up this edition of the Sprint Car Unlimited 90 at 9, and we'll be back tomorrow. Stay tuned.